why Minecraft videos are movies now? Yeah, that's a valid question. That, in my opinion, response is well, most of Minecraft videos are Minecraft is easily convertible in movies since first it's freak I can speak. It's really easy to make decorations in Minecraft. You just build whatever you need. Also, you have lots of mods that help you to make Minecraft more cinematic than any other game. It's just really simple to transfer Minecraft into a movie. And yeah, I guess that's kind of a reason. Also, everyone likes movies. You can make lots of references in Minecraft. There's a lot of reason for this, actually. But let's watch what he's going to talk about.
This is the IMDb page for the Unstable SMP, a scripted Minecraft series exclusive to YouTube. It's easy to dismiss this as a joke, but people have written serious, well-thought-out reviews on it. Truly a Minecraft version of Breaking Bad, but not a copycat. Unstable SMP does have a lot of violence and use of drugs, but it's important to you get the idea. Judging by the other ratings on this person's account, I honestly think it's serious. Overall, Unstable has 9.5 stars across 105 ratings.
Well, it's mainly made for kids, actually.
Not really a comparison.
I guess.
Technically, the thumbnail was not clickbait. So, how did a group of Minecraft YouTubers make a series that's treated like a Netflix show? For context, in case you don't already know, the Unstable SMP is a staged hardcore Minecraft server, where if you die, you're banned. The 4 members each upload their own perspectives of an overarching story. But the 4 creators on Unstable aren't your average SMP YouTubers.
That means survival multiplayer, by the way.
Before starting the server, they were the best of the best when it came to making SMP videos. Let me give you a brief rundown of each of them. Parrot always had a thing for storytelling as an art form. This video here is such an amazing example. It was early on, so he over-dramatizes to the point where it's just kind of funny.
After going through the age of Minecraft die, the era of Jackamoo, and all of the tough and terrible times on the server, we had ultimately been able to conquer it.
This video is about him spending 15 minutes on a server he found on Minehut, but he got much better at storytelling over time. He clearly has a lot of respect for the medium of film.
With Parrot the other day, he was like, what if I posted Interstellar onto YouTube, but it was horrible packaging, like absolutely disgusting, would it still take off? He thinks it's absolutely yes.
That's more credit than a lot of YouTube diehards would give it. Obviously, most YouTubers are entrepreneurial, but Parrot especially. When he was first invited to the Lifesteal SMP, he pitched a new concept for the server.
Basically have hearts, and hearts are like the server's currency. If you die to someone else, they gain a heart, you lose a heart. And I was like, all right, if you want this to succeed, I have an idea.
Because of this idea, the 2 owners just let Parrot run it from then on. He continued to operate Lifesteal for the next 3 seasons, and his leadership
that's
is one
not
of the main reasons it became.
That's not even cinematic. I thought that was like an actual series, but okay.
Such a big thing. He set an example and helped pioneer the modern, fast-paced style of SMP videos. Parrot's character on Unstable is very methodical. Although I haven't spoken to him, this seems like how he is in real life. He isn't as good at live speaking and being spontaneous as someone like RecRab.
Most of these stories, most of this commentary video, it's about using a dating app. You know, it's a good way to get dates.
He basically thought that waffles were better than pancakes, and if you like pancakes more, you need to get killed on Lifesteal.
Parrot's strength is much more in building out the content as a creative process. This isn't a bad thing. I'm the exact same way, which is why I do video essays. But I've been yapping about Parrot for too long, so next up is Spoke. He was on the Lifesteal SMP at the same time as Parrot. He started making scripted SMP videos years before Unstable. He probably thought something like, well, if I'm already rearranging my recordings to piece together a story, why not cut the middleman and stage the whole thing? Spoke was one of the first to do this, and all the content farm channels were quick to copy him. But Spoke's scripted videos didn't have any kind of disclaimer that they were fake. He probably didn't know what people would think of it if they found out. It actually got to the point where someone made an exposed video.
Pretty staged.
All the other Lifesteal members just rage baited in the comments, truly a time capsule. Eventually he took the hint and went back to unscripted videos until he started on Unstable. But like Parrot, clearly he was trying to turn Minecraft into more of a storytelling medium. Spoke's Unstable character is chaotic, manipulative, and seen as an enigma. A lot like how he acted on Lifesteal, too. For example, he had a big series where he found an exploit allowing you to get creative mode items in survival. This was like crazy to find. But on top of that, the series itself was prepared in advance to post daily, which is something I don't think I've seen an SMP YouTuber do any other time. So yeah, chaotic and a bit of an enigma. It seems to be a pattern where each of the members' personas in their Unstable videos are loosely based on their real-life personality. Probably just easier to write that way. Before I get to the third and arguably most popular member of Unstable, Let me tell you about this video's sponsor, MC Capes. Way back in 2011, Minecraft gave away the first ever Minecon cape. It was exclusive to only 3,500 players who made it to the real-life convention, and it's ridiculously valuable. The last Minecon ended in 2016, and 10 years later, Minecraft is finally giving players another opportunity to claim a cape from an exclusive convention. This is the Crafter Cape, only given to specific attendees of TwitchCon Europe in Rotterdam.
So in other words, in the middle of
Rotterdam.
nowhere, am I right, Americans?
But it's your lucky day, because you still have a few days left to pre-order it from MC Capes before the value skyrockets. MC Capes also has other capes you can buy that aren't $750, like the Experience Cape, the Copper Cape. It just works by reselling cape redemption codes. Click my link at the top of the description to check it out. The third unstable member is Wembu.
He's capping.
Wembu started YouTube making Bed Wars videos, but the Bed Wars trend was already kind of on the way out, so eventually he switched to SMP videos. Partly because he came from Bed Wars content, he approached SMP videos in such a unique way. They were mostly just meant to be funny. He had two bits he pioneered, paying people real money for items like the Dragon Egg and straight up hacking. This content was super fresh, and because of this, he reached 600,000 subscribers within roughly a year of SMP content. But then, without a word, all of Wembu's socials were deleted.
Bro, what?
His community was in a panic and no one knew what was going on. Information was slow to come out, but my understanding is it was because of a conflict with his parents over failing school. He was so focused on his channel, he neglected his classes. But around 6 months later, he suddenly reappeared.
Well, to be honest, if you make millions of views on YouTube, who really would freaking care about school? Like, it's important, of course, but at the same time, you have a career already. You're not dumb.
Assume he had to make some pretty big personal sacrifices to do it. It just goes to show being a YouTuber is about how much you want it. And within about a year of his return, he started making unstable SMP videos. He's taken really well to this new, more serious type of content, and his channel has popped off since. His character is loud, impulsive, and does whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Final member, Flame Frags. Flame used to make scripted SMP videos around the same time Spoke did. But when the pendulum swung back towards unscripted videos, he nailed those too. He was always very consistent, clearly dedicated and willing to put in the work. Flame had a reputation for being the best PvPer on almost any given SMP, just being absolutely unstoppable. And the unstable members took note of this unique character he portrayed. They brought Flame Frags on as an actor, and he appeared in several arcs, and eventually they brought him on as the 4th proper member of Unstable, a year later than everyone else. So that's the core cast. Each of the full members bring their own unique dynamic. Like I said, these guys were the standouts, so that explains why they're capable of making something that's treated like a TV show. But it doesn't explain how they actually pulled it off. So for that, I believe we need to look at 3 reasons. Reason 1. It literally just is a TV show. For a while now, YouTube has been the most used app on smart TVs. And for the
Technically,
most part,
yes.
Unstable took
If
what
it's
worked for
scripted
TV
and
movies
produced.
just did those things. Obviously, YouTube and Netflix have different business models, so this leads to certain differences. But there's no point in being elitist about how it's just on YouTube, because functionally, it's the same thing. You're watching serialized, scripted entertainment on your TV. They have full-time employees, they schedule specific recording sessions, they use creative mode and paste entire builds instantly. There's not even a semblance of it being real gameplay. And each episode connects to the previous one in an overarching plot. But they strike a good balance where it's still possible to pick it up anywhere. Another thing they arguably took from traditional TV is a storytelling principle called no double mumbo jumbo. It's not about mumbo jumbo's alt account. Essentially, it means if you establish an inexplicable form of magic, you should keep it to just one. Otherwise, it can feel like you're just doing shit with no attention to whether or not it should be possible in your fictional universe. In this case, it's not literal magic, but the inexplicable thing is that there's hundreds of thousands of people on this Minecraft server, and they all behave in organized ways. So to keep it from feeling too hard to believe, Minecraft's mechanics are kept fully intact. Everything they show is technically possible in vanilla. Reason 2. Unstable isn't like previous Minecraft projects. In the past, scripted SMP videos didn't say anywhere that they were fake. Part of what set Unstable apart was that they were honest about it. So if the content's good, you just suspend your disbelief. It is also somewhat reminiscent of the Dream SMP though. With Dream SMP, you could watch any creator's perspective on Twitch, and if you're lucky, sometimes they'd make it into a video. But with Unstable, it's just a lot more standardized. It's always edited at the same level of quality as any other popular YouTube video, and compared to the Dream SMP, they're way more intentional with who they invite. Dream SMP wasn't as standardized, but the same thing applies to the Wi-Fi series and like every other scripted project. Unstable being this consistent for this long is only possible because of how coordinated the members are.
Yeah.
They have the same thumbnail style, same posting frequency, same video length. I could go on. In fact, I will. They posted a joint announcement about impersonators all at the same time. Video length is actually interesting though. In the past, this was 3 to 4 hours. Wembu holds the record at 3 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. They were probably specifically avoiding 4 hours, so it didn't look unwatchably long in the timecode.
Well, at this point, it's just a business relationship.
Nowadays, they're shorter.
Nothing special.
So it's more accessible. But there's actually another less obvious way the members are coordinated that you definitely didn't realize. They have a strict no contact policy. Over a year ago when I made my last video on Unstable, I tried to get Parrot to do an interview. He said no, but I figured for this video, even though the chances were slim, I should probably try again. So I tried with Spoke. The 2 people I asked to reach out warned me he'd likely say no, and sure enough, he did. I didn't want to go behind their backs and interview an actor or something, so I just went ahead without interviewing, and unfortunately it was a little less detailed than I would have liked.
Sue me.
I promise this isn't just a skill issue either. No other YouTubers have interviewed them for videos like this, and I don't say this to brag, but I genuinely have landed interviews with most of the big creators I've made videos on, so this is clearly an intentional strategy for the Unstable people specifically. And it goes beyond just interviews. Parrot used to have an old podcast, he also used to have old second channel commentary videos, but he purged both of these around the time he started Unstable. When I showed that clip of Parrot coming up with the idea for Lifesteal, I literally had to download my entire other video where I showed it and AI removed the music. The original video is just no longer on the internet. Wi-Fi's uploaded an Unstable behind the scenes video, but he mysteriously took it down a few months later. The Unstable members seem to have agreed on a policy where they make information about them as inaccessible as possible. And I believe the reason is simple: to replicate real TV shows.
Yeah,
the only
probably.
version of Unstable that exists is the one on screen. And finally, reason 3. The medium of YouTube actually works better for Unstable than Netflix would. The budget is orders of magnitude lower because they can just use Minecraft gameplay. But it's also not meaningfully different enough from any other Minecraft video, so it doesn't present copyright issues. If it was on Netflix...
Well, you just have a whole scene already built, as I explained earlier. You pay maybe some guys to edit your videos, you pay to actors probably, and that's it. You have everything in Minecraft.
They need to pay a ton to Mojang for licensing if they even allowed it at all. Because of this, they're able to make episodes so much faster. And the way they do 4 different POVs would just not be possible on Netflix. Instead of having 4 creators handle posting their own perspectives and keeping what they earn, you'd have one production team making 4 virtually identical shows with diminishing returns after the first one. It just wouldn't happen. Between all of these factors, the audience of Unstable literally does just treat it as a TV show. I'd even go as far to wager that for most of its target audience, this is their primary form of scripted entertainment with how much of it there is available to watch. Not Netflix. The wiki has 594 articles and over 15,000 edits. TV Tropes has entries categorizing its narrative devices the same way they would any other TV show. People on IMDb are writing Harry Potter novels in their reviews. Unstable is here to stay, and it's one of the first YouTube series to seriously compete with what Netflix offers. I don't think it'll be the last either.
Oh yeah, not quite something that I expected to see from this video, but really relatable actually. So yeah, it makes sense to me personally. Whenever you, just make an hour-long video and make it consecutive and make it consistently and long enough. It's perfect for laying down on your freak. I freaking forgot the word. Sofa, yeah. Lie down on your sofa and watch TV like an hour-long show. It's like Mr. Beast, but in Minecraft, so nothing really incredible. I wonder if some of Mr. Beast videos is on IMDb as well. Probably should be. Jeans can't speak, yes. Jeans is retarded. IMDb. I'm just curious. Yeah, he's here, by the way. Well, technically he's doing scripted TV show. Also, he has Beast Games. Yeah, this is from Amazon, if I'm not wrong. executive actor director. So yeah, that's quite expected.